5 months from now?
If you win, it's huge. If you lose, you just put it in the rearview mirror and learn from it and go on to the next game. It'll hold for any of the teams that win in this thing, the 2 teams that win. It'll hold through whatever. So it'll give you a cushion as you go forward, but it's just this early. I mean, do you remember UCLA beat us? And then we go in the NCAA tournament and beat them pretty good. I mean, would you rather win that one or the last one? I'd rather win the last one. And it's just, every year it is, look, we don't want to be playing in November like it's January, February. We don't want to be that team. We want to, let's just continue the gradual climb in what we're doing.
How do you coach like Coach K, have that longevity, been at Duke for what, 30 years, 40 years, whatever? How did the coach manage to keep that drive going?
Well, you'd have to ask him, because I don't know. When Coach Rupp was here and was 40, I think 42 years, the first 15, 20 were, really early, just getting it going. But that was back then. Coaches stayed at places 20, 30, 40 years. You have about 5 guys probably in that mode right now in the country. And when those guys step away, I don't think you'll be seeing anybody going 40 years anymore. It's just a different environment. So, those guys that did it and were able to sustain, because you can't, it's not just keeping your job, you gotta have success. And then you gotta have success over different eras, which things change. How about this? The game changes. The game seems to be changing about every 5 years now. You can't say I'm going to coach the same way I did when I first got started, and I'm not only saying your temperament or your personality coaching, I'm talking about how you're playing defensively, what are you teaching. So when you look at what he's done over generations and that he's maintained that level of excellence, it's amazing to me.
John, their freshmen are all rated high, Duke's, the top 3.
And the point guard's really good too. He's good.
Right, yeah. What do you think about your freshmen, kind of using that to motivate themselves, we're going to show we're just as good?
I don't think they are. I think they're excited about playing the game, my guys. And I like my team. I'm good. And we may be facing a team that's better than us. Okay. But over the long haul, the way this team practices, the way they get along, the grind of this, that each individual player has gotten better, I'm good. I want this team. And, we'll throw it up and see what goes on. But I don't believe our freshmen, they shouldn't. Like, be who you are.
Cal, you talk about the way the game has changed. What's something that you never thought you would do stylistically in your coaching or scheme-wise that, because the game has changed, you've ended up doing?
Well, there's things that I never envisioned, which are switching, and not just a normal switch, 3- and 4-way switches, which I never, in my mind, it's kind of like when I first heard of the dribble drive and sat down with the guy and then put it on paper, I got a headache, trying to figure it out. And I would tell you here's where I see the game going. I've been wrong before. Can I read tea leaves? How do I do tea leaves? What the tea leaves tell me now is the game is becoming more and more random offensively. So it's about space and randomness. If you can't shoot, 4 or 5 years ago, you could be drafted as a 6'5", 6'6" athlete. If you get drafted now in that and cannot shoot, you'll be in the 2nd round. Shooting, there's a premium on shooting, but it's more about random play. And defensively, I think it's going to go more and more and more to switching, which means the game will be one-on-one. Like if you got to be able to break somebody down. The team that gets the most lane touches in the NBA, most lane touches, Golden State. No, they don't. They shoot all threes. They get the most lane touches, which is why they have opportunities to shoot threes. And you have to play the 3-point shooters because they all can shoot, which means the lane's open for them to go. And when you collapse, it's kind of where the game's going. The movement, the quick movement of the ball, there's no more ball stoppers, there's no more guy catching it, and it's just the tea leaves, and I'm not even that smart. I mean, to see where this thing, I see it going.
Yeah, last one, Josh, I wonder, you talk about something about teaching your guys off-court lessons. Would this game be on election day? You're traveling and all that. Can you talk to them about voting absentee voting?
I thought about, because some of us, our staff, and I thought, well, we only have 2 Kentucky kids. And I thought about absentee ballots, and we have talked about the shootings, the bombs. We had a discussion about it. We had a discussion about far right, far left, how these kids are gonna be affected by both. You're not only affected by this, you're affected by that too, where you're going. And so, we talk about it. I talked about some of my beliefs that may not coincide with what you all think or what the Catholic Church thinks that I'm a part of. But I told them, this is, now you may feel different. Well, whoever your candidate is, does he agree? He doesn't have to agree on every point. You're not